What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the long-awaited final Bracketology on the year. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk for about an hour-ish. It's 12:38 a.m. 12:38 a.m. I do not know what possessed me to stream this late. This is probably the latest I've ever streamed. But you know what? Final. I don't care. I'm going to wait for some people to get in here. And then we're going to get going. How about that? How about that? I got to make some picks, though, because this bracket is incomplete. I'm going to move this to the bottom. Hello, Redbirds. Happy birthday, mister. I should have wished you a happy birthday sooner. You said go to bed. No, Brian. Never go to bed. All right, I'm going to fill out these picks really quickly. Of the ones I don't have filled out already, I'm going to take Iowa or the Grand Canyon punched their ticket today. What's up, Julia? What's up, Francesca? What's up? Who else is here? Brian, Nathan, Redbirds. 14 people in here already. Nice. What's up, Lucas? Santa Barbara, by the way, I think they won, or they were winning when So Santa Barbara won, so their ticket is punched. I can give them an asterisk now. What's up, Amy? How you doing? Glad to see so many people are awake this late. So Santa Barbara gets the asterisk means they're an automatic qualifier. Arkansas lost today. That made me kind of upset because I kind of had them going really far, but it's unfortunate. What's up, Packers Go? What's up, Isabella? I'll take Texas. Abilene Christian beat Nicholls State today. They punched their ticket. Loyola actually got moved up to a 5 just because some teams in front of them lost. Like, I could have put Texas Tech ahead of them, but I don't think I'm gonna have a 17-10 team above like a 24-4 team. So, all right, we're going to take Ohio State. Ohio State won today over Michigan, a huge win. They're going to play for the Big Ten Championship tomorrow. Oregon, we'll take them over Virginia Tech. We're going to talk about Georgetown later, but I'm high on Georgetown right now, like extremely high on Georgetown, and I'll tell you why later. Colorado, they almost beat Oregon State, but just came up a little bit short. Oregon State, a big bid thief. Big bid thief. Oregon State and Georgetown. Basically what happened is they were playing teams that were already supposed to be in the tournament, and they had to win to get into the tournament. They both won, which means that a team that was on the edge of making the tournament or not, they lost, and that means that they now would not get in the tournament. So if you were a team on the edge, you had a bad day today because it's going to be a very stressful day tomorrow. I'm going to fill out all these picks first, and then I'll explain why I made my picks. Screw it. San Diego State. Arkansas looked bad today. Lost to an unranked LSU. Did not. Look at Georgetown beating Tennessee. Please tell me it's not. Listen. You know what, Lucas? Lucas, just how about you chill with me for a second? It's like BYU. Lucas, I promise you, I will calm you down. I will calm you down, and I will reason with you, my friend, because I know that seems a bit disturbing, but I promise I will reason with you and ration with you. What do I think about Memphis? Memphis. Man, they just came up. I kind of feel bad for them because they definitely have a tournament resume good enough to get in. Problem is, there's like 40 other teams that have like similar resumes, and they're kind of just getting lost in the shuffle, which is unfortunate because Memphis definitely has a good team, and of their losses, only a few were to what's their names? Only a few were to they had 2 losses to Houston. And like 2 losses to everyone else. So take Houston. And then we'll take San Diego State. Dang, I really have San Diego State in the Elite Eight, don't I? Illinois. Shoot. Houston. And let's look like Ken Palm. Ken Palm re-rankings. Where is San Diego State? 20. They're 12 in defense. I like that. I definitely think Michigan's a very good team, though. If Michigan... Okay, I'll take Michigan. Okay. Do I don't want to have all 1 seeds. Do I prove a point and pick? No. Now is not the time to prove a point. We're going to do an in-depth profile on each team, by the way. San Diego State, great defense. Yeah, San Diego State, they got a good defense. You know, they were on a big revenge game. This game meant a lot to them because they lost to Utah State last year in their conference championship. How is St. Louis in? They're not. Did I forget to take them out? Oh, yeah. You get out. And you get out because you're already down lower. The other play-in is Drake and Michigan State. Let me finish these picks, and then we're going to do like an in-depth profile on each team. A lot of teams, their tournament fate is wrapped up. We know what's going to happen with them. And for a lot of teams, it's very uncertain whether or not it's very uncertain on whether or not you're going to make the tournament or not. But there are definitely a lot of teams that I think are locks right now, and there are a lot of teams where it's like, you know what, you're going to need a little bit of help. So, I really don't want to have Michigan, and you know what? Get out. You get in. Actually, hold on. Hold on. I gotta switch something. I think Illinois has proved to me more than Michigan has. I'm gonna move Illinois up to the third number 1 seed. The third number 1 seed goes in the bottom right for the people that don't know, and the fourth number 1 seed goes to the bottom left. So I'm going to have Illinois coming out of this region. And then I don't know if I'll have Michigan coming out of this other one. But I definitely think Illinois is better than Michigan. They beat Michigan. They are in the Big Ten Championship. Michigan lost. I kind of wanted to see Michigan play Illinois. Too bad Ohio State won, and they're taking that chance from them. I'm surprised to see Mizzou. They usually aren't that. They usually aren't, but they have a pretty good team this year. They're definitely a little bit disappointed. They were in the top 10 at one point, but they kind of had some disappointing games down the stretch. So yeah, but I'm gonna have Illinois as the. I don't think Illinois can reach the second number 1 spot just because I think Baylor has they've only got 2 losses, and plus they beat Illinois in the regular season. So, and you know what? We're gonna take Alabama. Alabama's looked better to me down the stretch than Michigan has. So our Final Four, the last Bracketology Final Four, is going to be Alabama, Illinois, Houston. Okay. All right, the final Bracketology is now complete. This is where we stand. Oh, hold on. One more game. Ooh, this is a good one, too. 2 OSU teams. I'll take Ohio State. Okay. Baylor should be 3 or 4. Bro, Houston in the Final Four couldn't even beat ECU. Wait, where's Wisconsin? Wisconsin's up here. UNC will be a national championship contender next year. Very well could be. Very, very well could be. All right, here's what we got going. I'm going to do a profile on every single team. Every team. Because a lot of these teams, you're in the tournament. If you have an asterisk next to your name, you're in the tournament. No questions asked. If you don't have an asterisk next to your name, you're probably still safely in the tournament. But there are some teams where your future in the tournament is very uncertain. A little bit of finishing touches here. Get my boys from Texas Southern in there. Congratulations, you're going dancing. Okay. Let's go. Now, I want to listen. Okay, here's Gonzaga. Here's my thing with Gonzaga. I think they're a great team. They're in terms of Ken Pom efficiency rankings, they're the best team in college basketball since 2002, which is when Ken Pom first came out. Some people might say they're the best college basketball team of all time. A little bit of a stretch if you're saying that, by the way, but they're undefeated. Here are the list of teams to go into the NCAA tournament undefeated. Since Indiana went back way back in the day, everyone and their mother went undefeated every year. And I think like there were teams that just would go undefeated like every year. Since 1975, there have only been 4 teams to ever go undefeated throughout the regular season and enter the tournament undefeated. 1979, Indiana State. They made it all the way to the championship with Larry Bird and lost to Magic Johnson and Michigan State. UNLV had a great run, made it to, I think, the national championship game, lost to the Duke Blue Devils. Wichita State went on Wichita State went on a miracle run throughout the Missouri Valley. They entered undefeated. They lost in the second round to Kentucky. And then the next year, the aforementioned Kentucky went undefeated, made the Final Four, and lost to Wisconsin. So that undefeated team has never been able to just get over the hump again. Does Gonzaga have the potential to be that team? Yes, they do. They most definitely do. I think they're better than 2015 Kentucky. While 2015 Kentucky may have had more talent on their team in terms of we had Devin Booker and Karl Anthony Towns and all the studs that they had. Gonzaga's more experienced. They have a nice mix of freshmen. They've got a nice mix of stud freshmen like Jalen Suggs. They've got seniors like Corey Kispert. They've got transfers like Andrew Nembhard. Ayayi's great. Timmy's great. They've got a lot of diversity and depth on their team. They're the people's favorite to win it all. I currently don't have them winning it all just because I can't bet with that history. And here's the thing with Gonzaga. They've had great teams every year. They had a great team last year. Obviously, we didn't know. They could have won it last year, but we'll never know. They had a great team the last NCAA tournament. They were a 1C with I think they had Rui Hachimura, Brandon Clark. They had a great team. Lost in the Elite Eight to Texas Tech. They've had great teams before, like the time they made it with Frank Karnowski and Nigel Williams-Goss, and they made it all the way to the national championship. They lost to UNC. They've had great teams in the past. It's just they play great teams at the start of the season to, test themselves and see what we've really got and get some good experience and get some really good teams. They did that this year. They played Iowa. They played Virginia. They played West Virginia. They played Kansas. They played some really good teams out of conference, and they beat all of them. They go through this just cupcake schedule going into the tournament, and then they always make it pretty far in the tournament and then lose to someone. So I don't know what to think about Gonzaga. I want to take them because they're by far and away the best team in the country. We've seen this movie before. We've seen this movie before. So I don't know. Iona. Please welcome the Iona Gales to the NCAA tournament. They defeated Fairfield in their conference championship. Congratulations, Iona. You're going dancing. Rick Pitino, it's like his first season at Iona, and he took him to the dance. I don't think that's ever been done before, or it's rare or something. But congratulations, Iona. if there's a 16 seed to pull off an upset over a 1 seed, it's probably going to be Iona, just because, I mean, they have like an all-time great as their head coach. So that's probably that would probably be the only reason why. So anyway, Texas Southern. Congratulations to Texas Southern. They won the SWAC conference by absolutely mauling Prairie View A&M. So congratulations to you guys. Florida lost to Tennessee in the conference final or whatever. They lost. But you know what? Should I open up the Discord? We're opening up the Discord. If you are in the Quincyville Sports Discord, join the voice chat. Let's talk some college basketball. General voice chat is open if you want to talk. Hop on in. Oh, people are trying to cancel me. That's great. Anyway. All right, Clemson. Overrated team. They're not great. They lost to Miami. Bad loss going into the tournament. They've got some negative momentum. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change this pick, actually. I definitely think Florida would win this game should this happen. But, so Florida. Clemson playing themselves down before the tournament. Not great. But, yeah, not great. But, okay. Loyola Chicago. They haven't played in a while. They won the Missouri Valley Conference last weekend. They're 24-4. They are 10th, I think, in efficiency. 9th in efficiency. Ninth in efficiency. They're number one, or they're up there in defense. They're number 2 in defense. Someone just joined the Discord. What's up, Redbirds? Okay. So, they just won. Congratulations, Loyola Chicago. They're up there, man. I moved them to a 5, and they're ranked, what are they, like 18 or something? They're up there in the rankings. They definitely could get a high seed. It reminds me of Butler. Butler got like a 5 seed that one year, and they made it all the way to the championship game. Loyola's got potential, man. A lot of potential. Too bad in this quad they're getting ready to face Gonzaga. That'd be unfortunate. But I feel like here's a problem with Loyola. I feel like they could be rated all the way from like a 5 to like a 12. Would you agree with that? I mean, like, there's a lot of leeway. Oh, Amber Alert in Indianapolis, Indiana. Black 2012 Chevy Impala. And my parents are about to wake up because of that stupid Amber Alert. Oh my goodness, great. My parents are about to wake up. Great. Anyway, VCU. They are one of the teams where their tournament fate is undecided right now. And the reason being is they play St. Bonaventure tomorrow for the Atlantic 10 Conference Championship. If they beat St. Bonaventure, good. They're in the tournament. If they lose, they're sitting on the bubble. I would like to believe that even if they were to lose, then they would still get in. I mean, would you say that? Yeah, I think if they lose, they would still get in. Same thing goes to St. Bonaventure. Creighton, they just got absolutely mauled, beaten up, and thrown through a wood chipper by Georgetown. I mean, that game wasn't close. Georgetown beat the brakes off of them. That was ugly. Someone said Amber Alert in Indianapolis. Does this have to do with Big Ten tourney rage? Possibly. I don't know. I live in like the upper northwest part of Indiana. I'm like an hour away from Indianapolis. Why am I getting an alert for that? Anyway, but Creighton, I feel like they'll end up being all right in the tournament. I mean, they beat UConn, they beat whoever else that they beat. They're definitely a very good team. Winthrop, they are 23-1 actually, but they have like a really, really terrible strength of schedule. Like they could have gone into the tournament undefeated, but they ended up losing to UNC Asheville. They're a good team. I just don't think they have the firepower to get it done in the first round. I don't see Winthrop winning a game. They definitely could. I just don't see it happening. Georgia Tech. Congratulations to the Yellow Jackets. Georgia Tech ended up winning what's it called? They won the ACC. They won the ACC. They kind of lucked into it, to be completely honest with you. I will stream Selection Sunday. I promise you. But they kind of lucked their way into the tournament or whatever. Like they beat Miami, they barely beat a pretty bad Miami team. Virginia had to forfeit because of COVID, and we'll talk about them later. And then they ended up beating Florida State. But I mean, I guess you still got to win the games. So big ups to Georgia Tech. Jose Alvarado was played like a beast that game. That guy's really good. He gets a lot of steals. I don't see Iowa State, which is surprising. They usually make it. Iowa State is an awful team this year. They're terrible. Rutgers, they kind of have been falling down the trap a little bit. They're still a pretty good team. I still think they'll make it, but they're kind of falling down in the wrong direction. I don't think they'll win a tournament game. Oklahoma State, they beat Baylor. After beating West Virginia, someone said, hey, Quincy, WVU all the way, saying what's up from Australia. Man, it's like, hold on. What time is it in Australia? It's 5 p.m. in Australia. Think about that. It's literally 12, it's 1 a.m. in the States. It's like 6 p.m. where you are. Well, you're in Eastern time. No, Central time is better. I got you. Anyway, but they ended up beating West Virginia. They beat Baylor. They were on a roll. With those two wins, I moved them from a 4 seed to a 3 seed. This team had a tournament ban. They played their best. And, they went on a big run, and they're up to a 3 seed. Cade Cunningham can take over a game at any moment. My problem with them is their efficiency is terrible. They're ranked like they were 30th in efficiency behind LSU, St. Bonaventure, North Carolina. Like those, like I don't know, but just with Cade Cunningham being able to take over at any moment, that's some big potential for. They've got potential, but they can also bust and lose to a really bad team. So just beware of Oklahoma State, but they're definitely a very good team. Oral Roberts won the Summit League, beat South Dakota State on a buzzer beater. They're a really good team. They score a lot of points. That's their big thing. Is they score a lot. Like they're pretty high in offensive efficiency. Defense is the question mark. They definitely could win. It's what's it called? It's like spring forward, isn't it? Today's when we like turn the clocks ahead. Daylight saving time. So now it's 3. Oh, okay. I don't know. So like, isn't the day where like the clocks turn ahead? I'm off to bed. All right, get some sleep. Tomorrow's a big day. Anyway, UConn. They almost beat Creighton. Couldn't come up with the win. They're very good. They were playing really well before that tournament, but that loss kind of kilted their momentum. Still a good team. 7 seed is fair. Wichita State. They kinda, I don't know about them. They lost to Cincinnati, and Cincinnati's a big player in this too. And it's because what's it called? They lost. If Cincinnati wins against Houston, Houston's in no matter what. If Cincinnati wins, that's another bid. That's a bid stealer. They're taking a bid from someone. It's probably going to be Drake or Michigan State or Utah State. It's going to be one of those teams losing a bid if Cincinnati were to win. But I think UConn will win this one. Ohio State. They're going to be playing in the Big Ten Championship tomorrow against Illinois. Big upset against Michigan today. After beating Purdue in overtime, they went out, beat rival Michigan. I moved them up to a 2 seed. I swapped them in Iowa just because Iowa ended up losing against Illinois. But definitely Ohio State, great team. If they win the Big Ten, they might get a 1 seed. I might switch them in Michigan if Ohio State wins. But it'll be iffy. I don't think Ohio State will win. I think Illinois will win. But we'll have to see what happens there. Drexel, they won the Colonial Athletic Association. Congratulations, Dragons. Who do I think is the best team between Texas and Texas Tech? I'm going to say Texas because they beat Texas Tech. But Drexel won the Colonial Conference. They're not a great team, though. I don't think they'll win a game. Michigan lost to Ohio State today after struggling a little bit with Maryland. They're playing themselves down, man. I don't know about Michigan. They're second in efficiency, but they're 20-4 after being like 20-1 a while ago. Great team, but I don't know. They've kind of been like they got killed by Illinois without Aya DeSumo. Like, are you really that great? I don't know. But so you didn't put App State against Michigan. You know, I'm gonna fine, fine. We'll change it. Hartford, you're a 15 seed, even though you're definitely not a 15 seed. App State. Where did I put that at? There it is. App State won the Sun Belt. They weren't supposed to win the Sun Belt. Kind of went on a miracle run. If they were to, I hope they play Michigan. Oh, I hope they play Michigan so badly. I hope they play Michigan because they beat them in what's it called? They beat them in football a while ago. You guys know about that. App State's goated in football. So yeah, but they went on a miracle run and they made the tournament. Hold on, they're talking about Georgetown. Entering the Big East tournament, Georgetown was 60 to 1 odds to win. That's a 0.5% chance. Won a season high 4 straight games, hadn't won more than 2 straight the entire season. They're 13 and 12. That's the lowest winning percentage by a Big East champion ever. We're going to talk about Georgetown here in a minute. Oregon. They lost to Oregon State. Embarrassing loss to your rival, and they ended up making they stole a bid from you. And Oregon State, they're going dancing. That must be terrible to watch your rival beat you and then go on to win the entire tournament in a tournament they definitely weren't supposed to win. But Oregon's still a pretty good team. I definitely think they could beat Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech looked like garbage against UNC. They're kind of overrated. They got killed by Penn State early in the season. So looks like Oregon State's making a Final Four run here. Good luck with that. Really, that aged like fine wine. Tennessee. They had a big lead on Bama today. Lost the lead. I don't know what to think of them. They definitely have potential. Is it possible we could all put in money and bribe the committee to put Michigan and App State? I don't know. Like, I don't see why they couldn't. I definitely hope they do. I'll tell you another matchup I want to see is Texas Tech and Georgetown. Mac McClung transferred from Georgetown to Texas Tech. If Texas Tech plays Georgetown, I'm taking Georgetown. That team's gonna have an axe to grind. I mean, Georgetown is taking names right now. They're taking names. They beat Marquette. They body slammed Marquette. Beat Villanova by 1. Doesn't matter if you win by 30 or if you win by 1. They beat Villanova, beat Seton Hall, an absolute dude. The way they played today, it looked like no one could stop this team. It literally looked like no one could stop this team. They looked like a train, like full on, just like oh my, like you know what kind of train this is. I mean, they beat the like it wasn't close. Creighton's a legit team. Creighton's what are they in efficiency? They're 19 in efficiency. They're a legit top 25 team. They beat them by 30 points. And it wasn't close. If they play like that, and if they play the way they did in this tournament, they will make a run. I promise you. They will make a run. And I think they could beat Tennessee. Virginia. Okay, I kind of feel bad for Virginia. They were the number 1 team in the ACC. They beat Syracuse on a buzzer beater, electrifying buzzer beater at the end of that game. Sent them to the next round, and then they got COVID. And they had to forfeit against Georgia Tech. And they just watched Georgia Tech go out and beat Florida State for the title. And here's the thing. This also applies to Kansas. To be fair, Creighton looked like Mississippi Valley State on LSD. Oh my goodness. That's funny. So I'll go into sleep. All right, if you guys got to go to sleep, go to sleep. But I kind of feel bad. But you know what? I think if they clear COVID protocol, which I think they should, you've got hold on. The games start Friday, so you've got 6 days to clear COVID protocol. I think they should be all right. Name your 3 favorite college teams: Louisville, Tennessee, Michigan State. So they should be okay. Good team. You know what you're getting with Virginia, the defense. They're kind of in that pack of like I feel like the 3 through 6 seeds are all kind of packed together, and you don't know who to pick. North Texas, they beat Western Kentucky in overtime for the Conference USA title. I really thought Western Kentucky was going to pull it out. I definitely think that they're a better team. Western Kentucky could get a play-in, unlikely though, very extremely unlikely actually. Someone said Georgia Tech. You're saying there's a chance. They had a 9% chance to win the ACC tournament. Talk about Georgia Tech. 9% chance to win the ACC tournament. And they won it. And then they're talking about the Pac-12 with Oregon State and Colorado. Anyway, but North Texas, good team. They're physical. They like to drive it inside and be physical. That could cause some problems for some teams. Maybe like a team full of freshmen, get someone in foul trouble, but they definitely have potential to pull off an upset. Okay, Murray, I'll show Murray's bracket when we're done. Colorado just went out and lost to Oregon State. To be fair, Oregon State looked like no one could stop. Oregon State looked very good. They were hitting threes from everywhere. Oregon State definitely looked very good in that game. But, but Colorado, they're a very good team. They are ranked pretty high in efficiency, 17th in efficiency, Colorado. They're legit top 25 team. They're 22-8. They've got a lot of potential. I definitely think Colorado could do something. The winner of, I put Drake in here. Or hold on. This is actually Utah State and UCLA. Hold on. Gotta put this down. Ha-da-da-da. Ha-la-di-da. Quick little thing about Oregon State. They were last. They were dead last in the Pac-12 preseason rankings. Now, to be fair, the preseason doesn't mean a damn thing. Preseason, Georgetown was projected to finish last in the Big East. Preseason doesn't mean a damn thing. Like, Georgetown and Oregon State both projected to finish last. They're both going dancing. And guess what? Your team's probably not. So, you know what? Good for them. Good for them. Utah State, they're on the bubble. They better hope that, what's their names? They better hope that that Cincinnati doesn't win. Because if Cincinnati wins, that's probably who they're taking a bid from. They may have already had their bid taken. Like Colorado State got their bid taken. St. Louis got their bid taken. Syracuse got their bid taken. You better hope you're not next, Utah State. And same thing goes with UCLA. The Oregon State loss is looking better now. They lost to Oregon State in the first round of their conference tournament. I was like, oh, that's a bad loss. Oregon State, not a good team. Well, Oregon State just went out and won their conference. So that Oregon State loss is not looking terrible. Still not great, though. UCLA hanging on the edge. West Virginia, 3 seed. They have a good team. They got Miles McBride. They've got some studs. They could definitely get it done, but they've had some games where they've lost to some stinkers of teams. Like, they've had some games where they just, they don't look great at all. They've just had some games where they don't look good. But they are a good team, and if they usually turn it up when it matters. So I think they could definitely beat Greensboro, who won the Southern or Southwest SoCon. They won the SoCon. So congratulations to UNC Greensboro. They almost beat Gonzaga a few years ago. Couldn't quite pull it off, but UNC Greensboro, good team. USC, good team. They've got Mobley. They've got some studs. They're just like, what's their names? They're just like they're like Colorado and West Virginia. Like, they'll go out and beat some really good teams, and then they'll lose to like a stinker team. So yeah. So, like, I don't know, but we'll see about USC. The Bonnies, their tournament probability is a little uncertain. They're currently the number 1 seed in the Atlantic 10, and they're going to play VCU tomorrow. The winner of that game is obviously going dancing. The loser will be on the bubble, but I'm pretty sure they're going to get in. So the Bonnies should be able to get in. They shoot the 3 very well. They have a good efficiency. They're all around just a really good team. I think they could beat USC. Alabama, they have a little something to pay for. Before I go to bed, Quincy, I need you to do one thing. So you tell me you want Wichita State. So you're telling me what you want, what you really, really. Oh, I thought it said Wichita. Oh my goodness. I thought it said Wichita State. I'm such an idiot. Is Redbird still in here? Wait, are you still in here? No, he left. I'm leaving this Discord. No one's coming in. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. So tell me what you want. I swear I thought it said Wichita State. All right, see you, Ethan. Have a great night. Hartford won the America East. Miracle run. St. Bonaventure's top 25 in efficiency. Yeah, so is USC though. Yeah, but Hartford beat UMass Lowell today. They looked bad doing so. That was an ugly game. I watched that game. It was really ugly. But so they're probably not going to win. Baylor, major concern surrounding Baylor. Lost to Oklahoma State, did not look good doing so. They rank 45th in defensive efficiency, a 93 defensive efficiency. I've been ragging on Iowa for having a bad defense. Their defense was like 120. Their defense was like 120. They upped their defense to 50. Baylor was ranked third in defensive efficiency. They're 45 now. Their defensive efficiency it's been bad. They've been giving up points, easy points, haven't been scoring like they have been. I got some concerns surrounding Baylor. Like, I know they're a great team. They're a number 1 seed. They're a top 4 team, probably going to be the number 2 seed in the tournament. It's just, I don't think they've got what it takes to win it all. I don't think they got, for the longest time, for like the first 3/4 of the season, Baylor. Baylor's better than Gonzaga. Baylor's going to take them. Baylor's going to win it all. They just kind of they're coming in with a whimper into the NCAA. They're coming in off a loss. I don't know what to think of Baylor. Mount St. Mary's, they beat Bryant in their conference. Fun thing about Mount St. Mary's, they were the last team in their conference tournament. Their conference tournament only had 4 teams. They're the 4th team in. They went in. They beat Wagner and they beat Bryant. The Mount going dancing. In Norfolk State, they beat Morgan State today. So congratulations, Spartans. You're going dancing. UNC, they looked good this weekend. They looked good. They solidified their tournament spot, I think. They went out and they beat Notre Dame. They throttled Notre Dame. Absolutely throttled Notre Dame. Notre Dame didn't stand a chance. What I think, we'll get to Houston. I like Houston, I'll tell you that. Ooh, I need to make a change to my bracket. Get out of here, Purdue. You won't stand a chance, Colgate. But they're a very good team. Armando Bacot has been playing really well right now. Luke, I'm telling you, you've got a contender here in you. Maybe not a contender, but you've got a team that can win a tournament game. How about that? Better than last year when your team was god-awful. Did I forget to add Oregon State? They're in here. I promise you. We'll get to Oregon State. Wisconsin, they rank high in efficiency. They're 11th in efficiency. But it's not correlating into wins. It's not correlating into wins. It's just not. So they're an interesting team. They've lost a lot recently. I don't like Wisconsin, but they've got that high efficiency. They've got potential. I don't know. They're iffy for me. Purdue, full of all freshmen. A lot of freshmen on Purdue. They're a good team. They've beaten some really good teams. They've also lost to some stinkers. But they, I think, are vulnerable in the tournament. The reason being is because they're mostly freshmen. Inexperienced teams often do not perform very well in the tournament. Oh, speaking of Luke, here he is. Welcome to the stream, big guy. So I don't know, man. And Colgate, they're 11-1, or they're not. They're like 15-1 at this point. Colgate has had themselves a very good season. They haven't played that many games, but they've only lost once. So, hey, Luke, you want to join the Discord? Here, Luke, join the Discord. I want to talk to you. Join the Discord. I think I have the earliest time in the chat. Anyone could beat 12:16. I'm at 11:16. Or no, I'm at 1:16. My bad. You guys can see what time it is on my thing, right? Or it's over here. What time it is? Okay. All right. So they are like here's the thing about Colgate. They're 7th in the net. 7th in the net. 7th. That's got to be worth something. If a metric says you're the 7th best team in the country, you've got to be a pretty damn good team. What is up, man? How you doing? Okay. So how do you feel about what happened today? What was your favorite moment from today? Oh shoot. Your audio is turned off. Talk now.
All right.
All right, you're good. You're good.
My favorite moment. I loved I loved to see Georgetown win it. That was cool.
They mauled Creighton. Like that wasn't close.
Yeah, that was bad. And then out of all the games I did today, like went live for, I think the best one was probably Ohio State and Michigan. That was really good.
Hold on, give me a second. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, we're talking about Colgate. What do you think about Colgate?
I haven't paid.
They've only got one loss.
I haven't paid much attention to the season. Are they good?
They've only got one loss.
Oh wow, nice.
They're kind of like Winthrop, but I think they're better than Winthrop. The net has them at like 7. The net's kind of screwed up this year, but like they've got to be pretty. I have them as a 12 seed beating Purdue because Purdue's all freshmen.
All right.
They're going all the way.
Anyway, Florida State, they just lost to Georgia Tech. Anyway, yeah, they just lost to Georgia Tech.
Would have lost to Duke.
So, but they definitely are a very good team. They got past UNC. Sorry, Luke. That was a great game though. UNC gave them all they can handle.
Got a Mickey Mouse cakewalk.
But UNC, yeah, we just talked about UNC.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Ohio, they ran over Buffalo in their conference championship. I mean, that game wasn't close. Luke, remember early in the season we were super high on Ohio, and then they kind of just went away?
Yeah.
Well, they're back. And they're back with a vengeance. This is a team with upset potential.
Yeah.
This is a team with upset potential. They went on they almost beat Illinois earlier in the season. They went on like a 40-0 run in one game. They're a good team.
Yeah, they got a good team.
Texas Tech, they see, I don't know what to think of them. They go out, they beat some good teams, but they just got a ton of losses. They're 17-10. I dropped them down to a 6 just because of that. Just a bunch of losses. It just doesn't look good. But they got Mac McClung. Mac McClung could take over any game at any moment. I like Texas Tech. What would you say is like their ceiling? Like Elite 8, Sweet 16, Final 4?
I probably would go with Elite 8 for right now.
I think ceiling Elite 8. Like max Elite 8. But probably Sweet 16. They're a Sweet 16 potential team. Oregon State. This team just went out and beat UCLA, Oregon, and Colorado to win the Pac-12 and steal a bid. And they looked good doing so. I don't think they'll win a tournament game, but they definitely have a very good team.
Yeah.
Yup.
Who do you think that knocks out now?
Syracuse.
What about Colorado State?
I have Syracuse being knocked out. Wait, who'd you say?
What about Colorado?
I heard State. All I heard was State.
Oh, what about Colorado State?
I had Georgetown knocking them out.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they've got enough. And the problem with them is I have Utah State in currently. Utah State just beat them. And that's the problem. If it comes down between them and Utah State, it's going to be Utah State because.
Yep.
All right. Iowa, good team. I have questions though. Their defense, I've had questions like since the moment the season started. I was like, is Iowa really this good? I don't know. I have them as a 3 seed. I have Ohio State ahead of them just because they made it farther in their conference tournament. They have Final Four potential. I don't know if they're going to live up to it though. I have some major questions about them. Major questions. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. But like, yeah, their defense has struggled throughout games, and they'll just give up like a bunch of points. I feel like if they run into a really good defensive team like Loyola, like a top tier defensive team, they could get into some trouble.
100%.
Oh, they're talking about the 15. All right, never mind. Oh shoot. Okay. Maryland, or no. Grand Canyon. They just beat what's their names? They just beat New Mexico State to make their first ever tournament. Congratulations to you guys. You guys deserve it. Good job, Grand Canyon Antelopes. Congratulations on going to the tournament. I don't think they'll win a game.
Nope.
I mean, it's great to get there, but they wouldn't beat Iowa. LSU, great win against. Would they beat Arkansas? Great win against Arkansas. I mean, that was a great win. They needed that to help their resume. Like, not that they weren't going to get in. I mean, they may have been, but that definitely helped. That was a lot of fun.
Yep.
So congratulations, LSU. They could win the SEC if they beat Alabama. Or any chance they pull it off?
I could possibly do it. I still got that's me close.
There's always a chance.
So you're telling me there's a chance? I love Jim Carrey. Houston. A lot of people don't like Houston, and a lot of people love Houston. I've seen it all when it comes to Houston. I gotta put the chat. I gotta put the chat back up.
Overrated.
I mean, a lot of people think they're the bees of the knees. A lot of people don't think they're the bees of the knees. I think they're good. They're great. I think they got Final Four potential. It's just they gotta get it done against these smaller teams. Like, I feel like a small team with some energy could beat them. Like, they struggled with Memphis, and there's like Redbirds don't get a stiffy, but they lost to East Carolina. But yeah, it's interesting. But Morehead State, they beat Belmont. Sorry, Belmont, you're not making it. Morehead State's got a good team. They almost beat Kentucky, although that's not really much of an accomplishment because Kentucky's terrible.
Kenneth or Reed? Nothing.
Anyway, but Morehead State, congratulations. You're going to the tournament. They beat Louisville one year, so maybe they can do it again.
Yep.
Illinois. Luke, I want you to talk for a minute. Please tell me that I'm not the only one that thinks Illinois is winning the national title.
I honestly, I have very high hopes on them. I think they could do it.
I have them winning it, if that makes you feel better.
I mean, they've got it all, man. Io can take over a game. Kofi can take over. Trent Frazier's good. They're playing like the second best team in the country right now. I think they're better than Gonzaga. I really think they are. I mean, this team killed Michigan on the road without their best player.
Yeah,
that shows if Io gets into foul trouble, then I'm not gonna say they don't need Io DeSumo. You need Io DeSumo to win a national championship. But let's say he gets into foul trouble against a tough team like, I don't know, Mizzou. You can go out and you can beat Mizzou without Io DeSumo. When they lost to Missouri earlier in the season. Cleveland State. They are going dancing for the first time since 2009. They've got a good coach. They need to pay that coach. That coach is good. That coach should get swooped up by a good team. But congratulations, Cleveland State. They won an insane Horizon tournament. That tournament was nuts. Milwaukee almost won it all. They had to come back against Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They won't be dancing for very long.
Yeah, but great job from Cleveland State. Mizzou. Overrated.
Yep.
Honestly, I don't think they're overrated anymore. When they were in the top 10, they were overrated. Not that they didn't deserve to be in the top 10. They had a top 10 resume. It's just, you just kind of were like, yeah, they're not great. And they kind of showed that they weren't great. But they still have a pretty good team. They have some good, they beat Oregon and Illinois earlier in the season. They definitely have a potential to pull off an upset, but I just don't think they're going to be able to do it. Oklahoma, they look bad down the stretch. They lost like 5 in a row, and they barely beat Iowa State and then lost to Kansas in a close game. I don't know. Both Mizzou and Oklahoma I don't think are great. I'll take Mizzou, though. Villanova. Luke, I know you hate Villanova, so I'll let you talk about how bad they are.
Yeah, I don't think they're that good. And now that they lost, who do they lose?
Gillespie.
Yeah,
yeah,
they're gonna be like a possible first round exit.
they are a first round exit.
I have them as a first round exit to Santa Barbara.
Oh,
Santa Barbara just won their conference. They look good. Second longest winning streak in the country, Santa Barbara.
yep.
It's like 18 games or something like that. It's
They
nuts.
run sport.
They're good, man. Watch out for Santa Barbara. I need to pull up this chat. I haven't looked at chat in a while.
They're just saying stupid stuff like always.
Chat. Do I think that today's LSU will win more? Was more of a plus for LSU or a minus for Arkansas? I'm going to go plus for LSU. I
Yeah.
think it proved that LSU. I think that proves that LSU is a good team. They have potential. So that's what I'll say about that. Used to be Texas Tech by 11, so they kind of proved themselves good. A little concerned about Cockburn. It's actually Coburn, but I call him Cockburn. If no Isaiah Livers in Oregon would beat Michigan. Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
What about that?
Hmm.
What about that?
App State is coming for the booty.
App State. I'm sorry, I don't think App State would win. Can I explain the regions? Oh, okay. So basically, all the games are being held in Indiana. And it's just going to be held around different Indiana venues throughout the country, like Hinkle Fieldhouse, where Butler plays, Assembly Hall, where Indiana plays, Mackey, where Purdue plays, Baker's Life Fieldhouse, that's where the Pacers play. It's also where the Indiana High School State Basketball Championship is going to be. Lucas Oil, where the Colts play. Like, it's just going to be held in Indiana venues. And, like, so it's not really like a region. It's kind of like where the teams are grouped and who's playing who. It's not like, it's because all the games are in Indiana. So it's not like the West,
It's our own little bubble.
Midwest. It's not like that.
It's North Indiana, South Indiana, West Indiana, East Indiana.
Yeah. Kansas. They are in a tough spot. They just got caught with COVID protocol. They had to forfeit against Texas. Texas went on to win it all. Same thing happened to Virginia.
Yep.
I mean, they definitely have a team, but it just doesn't have the firepower of Kansas teams in the past. Marcus Garrett's good. Abaji's good. I just don't think they can make a deep run. Anyone else got anything to say about them?
No.
It's just the same old thing that's been happening.
Yeah, no Isaiah Livers for Michigan's a big deal. That's what I'm telling you. Baylor and Michigan will lose. In my bracket, I promise you this. In my final four, so the 4 wins are going to be Baylor, Michigan, Illinois, Baylor, Michigan, Illinois, Gonzaga. My final four will be Gonzaga, Illinois, and 2 other teams, not named Michigan or Baylor. That will be my final 4.
I think my only confirmed is Illinois.
I'll probably have Gonzaga going to the final 4. Who's next? Liberty. They won the A-Sun. Nothing really much to say about them. The A-Sun was pretty weak. They had to play North Alabama, who wasn't eligible because they were in some sort of tournament waiting period, and they almost lost to North Alabama, and they beat them. So good job, Liberty.
Good job,
San Diego
Liberty.
State. They look good, and they look really good. So is there a separate 3-point line for the games at the Pacers Stadium? No, they would probably draw a new one. I'd assume.
Yeah, it'd be like Madison Square Garden.
They would just draw a new one. No, they won't. They won't have to. No, please. They won't make them use the NBA 3-point line. They're gonna draw a closer one. They look good. They were on a revenge tour today because Utah State has beat them 2 years in a row in the conference championship. They got revenge on Utah State, went out and beat them today. They look good. They were 30-0 last year, lost, and then the season got canceled. This team's on a revenge tour. They're angry from last year. While they're not as good as last year, they've got potential. Someone said I've been watching San Diego State games and I really think they suck.
I don't know
No,
what.
they've got
Watch it.
potential. They definitely have potential.
I like
Michigan State / Drake. What do you guys? I'm gonna let you guys talk about Michigan. I talk about Michigan State all the time. What do you guys think about Michigan State?
Uh,
I'll let you go, Luke.
I think they'll go in. I think they deserve to at least get in because of those wins in the regular season against who was it they. So, but I'm not sure about them to be
I
honest.
mean,
I mean,
just give them a chance.
they beat.
I don't think they deserve that chance though. They're 15-12. I really don't think they're that
Then they
great.
come out and they beat Michigan. Who'd they beat? Ohio State. You just got to know which Michigan State you're gonna get.
I mean, biggest Jekyll and Hyde team. Oh my goodness. Someone said Duke playing. No, Duke will not make it. Sorry.
That's how the NCAA makes money.
No one likes Duke. Me and my homies hate Duke.
Yeah, that's how they make money.
Arkansas. I was all aboard choo-choo on the Arkansas train. And then they let me down today. They let me down. Can't be losing to what's their names. You lost to LSU. How'd you let that happen, Arkansas? Dropped into a 3 seed. They're still good. They'll beat Eastern Washington, but hey, loved your Cubs fan reacts to Padres pitcher trades. 4 aces. Yeah, exactly. But Eastern Washington, they won their conference. Congrats. You're probably not winning against Southern Utah. Made me sad because they lost. Now they won't make the tournament.
Rip.
It's always next year. BYU, good team. Damn good team. Almost beat Gonzaga, good team. I mean, they've probably played Gonzaga. West Virginia and BYU have probably played Gonzaga the closest the entire year. What's BYU, like 23-6?
Something around there.
3 of those losses are to Gonzaga. And they almost beat Gonzaga one of those times. They had a big lead at Gonzaga, kind of just folded at the end. They've got a good team, though. They have a potential to make a run. I liked them last year. I don't like them as much this year, but I do think they're a good team. Louisville, not great. Not a great team. They will make it, but they kind of, they're just not great. I like Louisville. My dad went there, but Luke, are you with me that you just don't see Louisville being that great?
Yeah, I don't see it.
Take BYU. Texas, congratulations. Or what were you saying?
Said they lost to Duke, which is not a good sign.
Yeah, Duke's trash this year. So tell me a 13-11 team is in with 2 bid Steelers. Please tell me. Talk about Duke. Yeah, it could be a 3rd bid Steelers should Cincinnati win. Texas won the, what's it called?
Pac-12.
Won the Big 12. A lot of people didn't think they were going to win the Big 12. They said no, we're winning the Big 12. Came out and won. Congratulations to you guys. They've got potential. They could shoot the 3. My problem is if they get cold from 3, they're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
They're in trouble, but I do think they have a really good team and they've got potential. And Abilene Christian, they won the Southland Conference, I think. So congratulations, Abilene Christian. I don't think they're going to do anything, though.
No, they blew out Nicholls State, but...
All right, so we just went through the entire first round in an hour. Second round, Gonzaga and Florida. I don't think Florida would win. No. Okay. Loyola, Chicago, and Creighton. Who would you guys take?
Loyola, Chicago.
Loyola.
Yeah, I'm taking Loyola. Here's my thing with Loyola. They could be rated anywhere from a 5 to a 12, and I hope it's near the 5-6 end because they deserve it. They remind me of Butler. Midwest team, goes on a run, then they got a damn good team. They're getting ready to do it again. Put some respect on their name. 9th in efficiency, watch out, they're coming. The Ramblers are coming. I just hope they don't get put. I hope Loyola doesn't get put in the same region as Illinois or Gonzaga. Because if they don't, I'll consider picking them. That's basically what I'm doing. Gonzaga and Illinois are going to the Final Four, and the rest is just whoever.
If Sister Jean isn't at the games, they're not going to win.
Sister Jean's 101. She can't. If she gets COVID, she's done.
She's already done.
She's 101. So she's staying home. Apparently, she's like on Zoom call with them before every game. So
She
that's
knows how to
cool.
operate.
All right. Georgia Tech and Oklahoma State. I'll take Oklahoma State. Well, but
Yep.
Georgia Tech's good too. Jose Alvarado like leads the NCAA in steals. This is a where Syracuse. I had them out. I had them with Oklahoma State winning. I mean Oregon State winning. I had Syracuse losing their spot. Sorry, I don't think we'll make it. I'm gonna take Oklahoma State. I mean, Jose Alvarado's a great player. This would be a great game. Georgia Tech's got a damn good team. This is the best team they've maybe had ever. But they definitely look good. I just think Oklahoma State's a little bit better.
Yep.
Q should be in. MSU should be out. Doesn't Syracuse? Aren't they like 0-7 against the Quad One or something like that?
Syracuse should not. I mean, they
They've
played
got
very
like an
well.
awful Quad One record.
They played good in Virginia,
Like
but
it's bad. Yeah, look, I love Syracuse. I might go there for college.
ACC is so bad this year.
Not a tournament team.
Nope.
UConn and Ohio State. UConn was looking great. If they would have won the Big East, I would have probably had them taking a run. But they didn't. They lost to Creighton, and I think that Ohio State would beat them. Do we take Oregon over Michigan?
Yes.
No. I'm gonna say no.
I say yes. Screw Michigan.
No, because
Me and my homies hate Michigan.
I would have Michigan losing in the next round
To Georgetown?
to Georgetown.
No.
Patrick
No one likes Michigan. Me and my homies hate Michigan.
Patrick Ewing knows what he's doing.
Okay. Oregon would win. No Isaiah Livers. They're playing down. I don't know. They just don't look great. Like if Isaiah Livers was on this team, they would probably make the Final Four. Livers is like the engine that makes that team run. I know Dickinson's probably their best player. Livers is a facilitator. He's where everyone goes through. Without him, they're gonna be suffering. So we took Georgetown to beat Tennessee. Just because here's all I'm gonna say. You guys are gonna think I'm nuts for this Georgetown thing. Remember when UConn was the 9 seed in the Big East? This is when the Big East had like 20 teams.
Yep.
Yeah.
They were the 9 seed. They beat DePaul, Louisville, Pitt, got step back, Walker, Cardiac, Kimba. Remember that team? That team won a national championship.
Yes, they did.
As the 9 seed in their conference. After winning said conference. Georgetown has potential because the team I saw today looked like no one could stop them. They stomped a mud hole in the number 17 team in the country by 30 points. Please tell me that I think they beat Virginia. COVID drama surrounded them. Patrick Ewing, man, look at Georgetown.
They're going to be quarantined. They're not going to be able to.
Oh yeah, anything. Yeah, you're right.
It's going to be
Georgetown. Colorado, West Virginia. Colorado's got potential. I don't think they get it done though. Colorado can either make a run or get upset. They're like, oh my goodness, flip a coin with Colorado. Honestly, flip a coin with Colorado. They're either getting upset or making the Final Four. I'll take West Virginia. The Bonnies in Alabama. I'll take Alabama.
Yeah, I like Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama.
Baylor and UNC. Luke, I took UNC.
Really?
Those are two teams with.
Baylor's looking like garbage right now.
Both teams have a lot of question marks, in my opinion.
And UNC's looked good, and I'm not betting against Roy Williams in the tournament.
Yeah,
Luke's probably gonna take Baylor since I know Luke usually doesn't take UNC. He's like the least. Bro, people yell at me for being biased for MSU. Luke is literally anti-bias against UNC.
I'm never picking Carolina to beat Baylor.
Listen.
Right.
Listen. Remember when Kentucky beat Wichita State?
Yeah.
That's what I could see happening now.
I can definitely see Carolina beating Baylor, though.
All right. Colgate and Florida State. Florida State. I like Florida State. Iowa, Texas Tech. I'll take Iowa.
Yeah.
I think Texas Tech, good team, but I think Iowa's better. LSU, Houston. LSU looked good, though. LSU could definitely win this game. This would be a close game.
It's, yeah, 100%.
Very, very close. Close game. So it's like Gonzaga would be Gonzaga. Illinois over Mizzou. I know Mizzou beat him earlier in the season, but not happening again.
Nope.
Not happening again. Santa Barbara over Kansas. For the exact same reason I took Georgetown over Virginia.
I agree.
Quarantine, extremely hot team. That's all you need. That's all you need, man.
There's not a worse combination.
San Diego State and Arkansas. I took San Diego State. Listen, they looked damn good today.
They look good.
And I really think that they're going to be angry from last year. Our national championship chance was taken away from us. You know what? We're coming out with a purpose. That's what they did today. That's what they're going to have to do in the NCAA tournament. And Arkansas did not look great. Eric Musselman's a great coach. This will be a terrific game. Terrific game. San Diego State, I'm taking. And I'm taking BYU over Texas. It's for the exact same reason. Except I think Texas is better than Arkansas.
Texas.
But BYU, angry. They had a great team last year. But I think, they're good. Their only losses are basically to, what's their names? To Gonzaga. So, yeah.
Yep.
Give me BYU.
Richard
to go to the Elite Eight. Gonzaga or Loyola? Okay. I wish I could switch Loyola's region, but kind of a little too late for that now.
Gonzaga wins that.
Loyola could give them problems.
They definitely could.
They could give them problems, but I do think Gonzaga would win. Loyola would definitely hang in there, though.
100%.
Someone said Kansas would literally kill Santa Barbara. I don't know about that. Second longest winning streak of the country. Team is coming off of a coronavirus case.
I mean, people.
Who knows, man? Who knows?
Houston would kill East Carolina, but what happened?
All right, Ohio State over Oklahoma State, and the reason being is just I think they're deeper. They're equal. I think they're equal in terms of talent. It's just kind of Ohio State has it spread out over more of an area.
That's a sub game for me.
Because if you could shut down Cade Cunningham, I feel like you can win the game. But it's just shut down the best player in the country. You're funny.
I don't even know if you can shut him down. I mean, they shut him down.
Hey, you, EJ Liddell, just go shut down the best player in the country. Not that hard.
He had 4 points in the first half and ended with 29.
Like, that man's a jitterbug, but I think Ohio State would win. Oregon and Georgetown. Georgetown.
Easy money.
Easy money, dude. If they get matched up against the right teams, look out. Look out. Where are they in efficiency? They weren't very good in efficiency. They're 55 in efficiency. They're right there with Michigan State. Drake, Mizzou. Listen, if they play the way they did in that conference tournament, they're making a run. Big run.
Yeah, I agree.
West Virginia and Alabama. I'm going to take Alabama. Number one in defense. They can shoot the three. I feel like, here's my thing about Alabama. If they play their best game, their absolute best game, no one can beat them.
No.
Just because they shoot that. Like, they could score 100 points a game and hold you to 50. I think they could definitely beat West Virginia.
Yep.
UNC and Florida State, same game, same result. I'm taking Florida State. And then Iowa and Houston, I'm taking Houston. Houston's got a good defense. They can shut down Iowa's high-powered offense. And if you shut down their high-powered offense, they can't get a stop. Take Houston. Yeah. Illinois and Santa Barbara. Sorry, Santa Barbara, but I'm taking Illinois. San Diego State, BYU. San Diego State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have them beating Texas.
All right.
Probably.
My final four. Let's just go to the final four. Sorry, Georgetown, your run comes to an end. My final four is Gonzaga, Alabama, Houston, Illinois. I think Gonzaga and Illinois are the two best teams in the country, and right behind them, I think Houston and Bama they're wildly efficient on both sides of the ball. Really efficient on defense, really efficient on offense. I mean, I think they definitely could do it. They definitely could do it, and well, listen, these I think are the 4 teams that are looking the best to me right now. And just like again, I think it's gonna be Gonzaga and Illinois. But Illinois they spread out their scoring throughout multiple people. They're great on offense and great on defense. Gonzaga's got that thing with the undefeated teams. They just can't get it done. They're usually you have to be top 10 in offense and defense to win it all, right? Gonzaga's number 1 in offense, 11 in defense. Illinois is 7 in offense, 5 in defense. A little bit more well-rounded. I think they're the team to beat. Okay, let's be honest. Gonzaga is the team to beat. Illinois, I think, is the team to beat them.
Yeah,
But tomorrow's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay.
Okay, 100%.
Tomorrow's a lot of fun. Games, the brackets released. I'm probably going to upload my picks on Monday morning. What I'm probably gonna do is spend all day figuring out what I'm gonna pick for my bracket, and then I'll film the video tomorrow and upload it Monday. Sound like a good idea?
Sounds like a good idea.
Luke, I can't wait to see your bracket video. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's late. We need sleep.
Tired.
Hope you guys enjoyed. I will
3:50.
see you next time. Have a great night.